Lord's Amendment 8 in relation to Northern Ireland and Lord's Amendment 3 in relation to acts of genocide. First of all, could I just deal with Lord's Amendment 8? I believe that it is a necessity that we have in the face of this bill a commitment that Northern Ireland will not be excluded from the benefits of any trade agreements which this country reaches with the rest of the world. People in Northern Ireland are still reeling from the impact which the Withdrawal Agreement, and in particular the Northern Ireland Protocol, has had on their economy and indeed on their preferences and their ability to purchase goods from other parts of the United Kingdom. And despite some of the efforts which have been made to try and undo and mitigate the impact of the protocol, nevertheless it is quite clear that the agreement which we have reached with the EU through the Withdrawal Agreement will have a detrimental impact on the Northern Ireland economy. And what the Lord's Amendment is seeking to do is to ensure that when we enter into future trade agreements with other parts of the world, that the impact and the benefit of those agreements are not reduced as a result of the protocol, and a commitment that no agreement can be ratified until it is ensured that there will be unfettered access to the GB market and services coming from GB to Northern Ireland, I think is very important. It's an important commitment. The second thing, the second amendment which I want to refer to is the one on genocide. And I've listened to the arguments that we're handing control over to the courts, that we're diminishing the role of Parliament, that we're making a situation which is unworkable. But I believe that, first of all, this country does have a duty to send a message out that when we enter into trade agreements with other parts of the world, if the governments of those countries are guilty of abusing their population, of seeking to wipe out certain sections of their population, then we will not be doing business with them. I think it's important, and we've talked about taking a lead on the global stage now that we've left the EU. Well, here is an opportunity on the face of our legislation to make it quite clear where we stand on this issue, and that if governments wish to do business with the fifth biggest economy in the world, then there are certain standards which we will expect from them. And I don't accept that we're giving power to the judges. I mean, first of all, this is very specific power. It is not the thin end of the wedge, as has been suggested, because if we wish to give more power to the judges, then we'll have to amend the legislation. We're simply saying, look, the only body which is capable of making a judgment about whether genocide has occurred or not are the courts. And in fact, it would be wrong for this Parliament to have that power. That's when it would be abused, and that's when you could diminish the genocide and diminish the argument against genocide, because people could say it's only done for political reasons. It's only done because the majority in this Parliament don't like us, or they've got some other axe to grind. And therefore I think that it is important that it's on the face of the bill. There needs to be assurance given to people in Northern Ireland that we still remain part of the United Kingdom and we have the benefits of United Kingdom trade deals. There still needs to be assurance given to people across the world who are persecuted, and the best way of doing it is to include both of those provisions in the bill.